It's a pretty clear memory, I think probably for many people.
On 9/11, I was sitting exactly where I am right now. I was working on my computer, doing something.
And I thought, that's crazy. Someone could pilot so far off course. I wonder what happened, and kind of went about my work.
And I'll never forget this. I was watching the TV when in the camera shot, you could see the second plane hit the second tower. And that was that. It was an instantaneous revelation that the world had changed forever.
I watched the towers fall. And I remember just thinking, I remember thinking on my way into work that day that, wow, there's going to be a lot of heroes today. There's going to be a lot of rescues. That they're going to do good work today.
To see that pitch black column of smoke and that surreal feeling where, you really get to the point of feeling helpless in trying to answer the question of what's next. And frankly, answering the question whether you and the people that are responding to these things are going to make it home today.
The highways north of New York were virtually empty, except for an occasional fire truck or ambulance heading southbound towards New York.
I remember our first aid squad being sent to the ferry terminal in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey, to start receiving injured individuals who they were going to ferry off of Lower Manhattan, and no one ever arrived. And the ferries came back empty, and we just my first aid crews gathered up and came back home.
After dinner, we'd go out and watch the planes circle, and on the 12th of September, there was nothing. There's nothing but stars. It was quiet, and that really hit home of what exactly had happened here in the country.
One of the things that stood out to me about that day was, for the first time that I can recall in my lifetime, there was a genuine solidarity among the American people.
For me, the greatest lesson from 9/11 isn't anything about tactics or response. It's really about humanity, that in great tragedy, the helpers rise, support is lent.
We all came together, and we fought the fight that needed to be fought at that time. We provided assistance to each other, to our neighbors.
I've always thought that the overwhelming nature of the event, the nobility and the inevitability of the deaths of the FDNY members and the Port Authority police members is what made it a common rallying point for firefighters.
It forced us to learn to work better together because so many fire departments and other teams went in to assist. It forced us to be much more aware of terrorism, where only a few were.
You never know what the next call is going to be. You need to understand every aspect of your job and do it well. You need to remember that at the end of the day, you're there to serve the citizens.
But what 9/11 did for FDNY and the NYPD was showed them how they can benefit from sharing with each other.
We all have to work together, and we all have to cooperate with each other, back each other up, assist each other, and very importantly, share information.
It's a powerful reminder of our job. It's a powerful reminder of everything we need to try to do, both to, the best way to commemorate what happened for us is to learn and to train and to learn from it.
What we can do, and I like to push this, is honor by learning. Now, as Americans, it's our 9/11, and no one can take that from us. But when you want to understand and appreciate what they went through, you've got to talk to or read what some of these folks from the FDNY have written.
You've got the opportunity to learn from us, to learn from the people who experienced 9/11 directly. Frankly, from the ones who died on 9/11. All you gotta do is pick up a report, open up a video. take the opportunity to learn. Read those reports, review the successes, and more importantly, learn from the failures.
There's strength and solidarity. I mean, never forget the tragic death of nearly 3,000 people.
It's something that we can't forget, you know. I mean, the shirt says never forget, and we can't, you know, we should never forget.
Heroes show up in times of crisis. Sacrifices are made for others, and that should always be remembered.
I'm very sensitive to the fact that it is not my incident. And we all suffered. We're all firefighters. We're all Americans. But no one suffered more than those who were on the FDNY, the NYPD, the Port Authority.
We must not forget. Help us remember those who paid the ultimate sacrifice with their lives on 9/11/2001.